Joe Biden exited his presidency as the lowest with the lowest approval rating of any president in recorded history.
No, that's the most popular president in history, Tim. What are you talking
That's right.
about?
I mean,
1 million.
I'll play that game. I will absolutely play that game, and I will tell every Democrat, what did you do wrong in policy that resulted in the most popular president ever becoming the least popular president ever? Certainly, something related to his policies led to the most popular becoming the least approved. Right?
Well, it's a good point. If we want to eat the narrative, the given narrative about what happened in the 2020 election, then okay, we can now eat it and say, well, didn't you guys mess up? Didn't you guys mess up?
And then what we can do is we can say, let's take a look at all the policies that Democrats rolled out in those 4 years and then explain how this man who got more votes than any president in history then went on to enact these set of policies, and it resulted in him having the lowest recorded approval rating in the history of this country.
What do they mean in the article by he's a great, but he's trying to be a good one?
So they're saying great as in
prosperous, grand, yes.
Yeah. And they're saying good. They're saying we're not, like the article's like, we're not saying he's good and morally great, or like we're saying that he's of consequence.
Okay, I see. It's just like ridiculous. What do they consider good? Do they consider Joe Biden's hair sniffing and bombing new wars and prosecuting your political opponents? Is that good?
Good is just nice.
Okay.
If they say the nice things, the things that will make people say, "Oh, that's the nice thing to say," like that kind of stuff.
It's almost like you can't call a president good if they are doing good things.
That's something we talked.
To be fair, if Donald Trump came out right now and said that he was going to do everything he can to help Ukraine win the war, including sending wave after wave of his own men into battle, every mainstream corporate news outlet would be like, Trump is a good president.
Yep.
He is virtuous. We were wrong.
Did you remember on CNN when he bombed Syria for the first time?
Right.
And then Zachariah came out and was like, Trump became president today. He looks presidential now.
Unreal. The idea that you have to engage in military action to be presidential, I think that's kind of ridiculous. It does come with the territory. You can't deny that fact. But to say that he wasn't presidential until then, I think that's just absurd.
Yeah. It was a slide on his presidency.
So what do you think is causing what they're saying right now is Trump's approval rating is the honeymoon phase. When he first got elected, he was a 4-point net approval, and it dropped within 3 days. 13 is pretty large. What do you guys think? Is this just a honeymoon's going to go away, or
a honeymoon phase is Kamala's TikTok campaign? That was a honeymoon phase when she's doing the green screen dancing, and then after a few weeks, it goes back into the toilet. That's a honeymoon phase. Look, this is like the weight of expectation being realized.
Yeah, the Dow Jones Industrial Average hit a new all-time high again today. Crypto is doing well, if I understand correctly. These kind of things add to a sense of well-being to the American population because most people, not most people, but a significant portion of the American population has things like 401ks and they have some kind of savings. So those people look at their 401ks, they look at their portfolios and they say, well, this is good. About the only thing that you can see the Democrats really criticizing Donald Trump on is something that he has no control over, which is the cost of eggs because of the bird flu or whatever that's happened. So there's a problem with getting eggs. That's got nothing to do with Donald Trump or the greater economy. That is just supply and demand. And I think that his approval rating is going to continue to be high for Donald Trump and for presidents in general, as long as he keeps doing things that he promised he was going to do. I think that stuff has a significant effect on his approval rating. The fact that he keeps doing things people say they want.
I want to gloat. I'm gonna brag about the massive wealth that we here at Timcast have in our ability to get eggs, and it's not money. It's chickens. And everybody right now, when that story came out about how stores have run out of eggs and there's a shortage because they're culling chickens, I warned you. But you know what? Hate to say I told you so.
Make chickens great again, huh?
That's right. Absolutely. That's right, good sir.
From Australia, we love our chickens. So.
There you go. So, but now that I've just interrupted with stupid inanities, I don't know, Lau, what do you think?
Trump's been a larger-than-life figure as soon as he kind of came on the political scene. And I think for many people, though, it pushed him over that edge with the assassination attempt in Butler and just the way it happened and the way he kind of escaped death by twisting his head. So for a lot of his evangelical base, that really pushed him over the edge to it makes it seem as though that he survived for a particular reason. And I believe that in his heart of hearts, Trump believes that he was able to survive that assassination attempt for a reason. I believe he thinks it's so he was going to be able to save America. I think he's still riding a high from that assassination attempt with the rally around the flag effect. I think this is about as high as his approval ratings are going to get, but these are amazing heights that we're seeing even to begin with. I think it's an all-time high even for Donald Trump. So as soon as he hits some major roadblocks is when we're going to see when some major decisions have to be made. But we're only, a day or two in, so.
It's 3 days, and I guess today was the fourth day. Trump's approval has never been above 50%. It just in the beginning of his first term for a couple days, this is the only other time, and it is the highest it has ever been.
Yeah, and especially because it feels as though this past election was in a referendum on whether or not you liked Donald Trump's presidency or Joe Biden's presidency more. And I feel like people were having that nostalgia for Donald Trump through the Joe Biden presidency, and that's what brought so many people who might not have typically supported Donald Trump in the past on board for his campaign.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.